Hi guys, what's up? This is Jay. I'm from Ireland. I'm going to talk to you today about the schwa sound again. This is the part 2 video. In this video we'll learn about the schwa sound, how it helps you with your pronunciation and your rhythm when you're speaking English. Also it'll help you with your listening too. Very good for understanding. Okay, let's go! Right, so in this video, I'm going to talk again about the schwa sound. Now, remember, this is part 2. Part 1, I suggest you watch that one if you haven't already. You can find a link in the description down there. Now, in the first part, we heard that the schwa sound comes in when we have words like banana. We don't say banana, it's like banana. Or behind sounds like behind, behind. Also words like excellent, that has 2 schwa sounds. Excellent, excellent. Also, I talked about how the schwa sound can make weak form words. So the word, for example, can changes to can. I can swim, I can swim, can. The ah sound is gone out of there. It's kun. You got the schwa sound. Also words like to. That changes to t. T. I'm going to the cinema. The changes the. To the. To the. I'm going to the cinema. To the cinema. We don't have a strong to or the sound. They're weak form words. So I suggest watching that video first if you haven't already. Now that we have a good understanding of the schwa sound and how it can change words, let's look at how it can affect our sentences and phrases. Many students have a problem finding the rhythm in English, the intonation and the stress. A lot of sentences are flat. They don't know where to go up or down. So that also affects your listening. If you can't hear weak form words, the sentences are all they sound really fast and mixed up together and really hard to hear. So if you can understand what the schwa sound is doing here, it really helps with your listening. For example, let's listen to this word. See if you can understand what it is. There was a man at the park. There was a man at the park. One more time. There was a man at the park. Right, so that sentence had a lot of weak words in there. It had 2 clear words. They weren't weak. They were stressed. The other words were unstressed. Which words did you hear? Maybe man or park? That's because those words are not weak. They don't have weak forms. They're nouns and they're verbs, and these types of words, they don't change. Other words like can, have, to, they're the auxiliary verbs, helper verbs, be verbs. They usually have a weak form. So let's listen to this again. I'll break it down slowly. There was a man at the park. Now that was obviously very easy to hear because I spoke very clearly and slowly, but we don't usually speak like that, right? So let's listen again. There was a man at the park. There was a man at the park. Now you can hear the sentence a little better because you know the words. Let's look how the words change. First word, there, changes, there. Was. That's the basic schwa sound on its own there. Changes to Next is man. That's a noun, that's clear, that's not weak, that's easy to hear. Next, at changes at. Next, the again, the. That's it, that's the weak form of the word the, just the. And then we have a noun at the end, park, which was clear and easy to hear. So the problem here is that these weak form words are usually grouped together in English. When we speak those words, they're not separate, they're spoken like one word. There was a. There was a, we joined them together because they're weak and they come out quickly. There was a man. That's one group. And then at the park. That's two different groups. There was a man at the park. Two different groups. So what we have here is a pattern. The pattern, let's look at this pattern here. There was a man. One, down, down, up, down, down, up. This pattern is very common in English. There was a man. There was a man. There was a man. That's a group. Next, at the park. At the park. At the. There was a man at the park. There was a man at the park. Can you hear the slight break between those two groups? That break, that's where a lot of people have problem finding the rhythm. Where do I go down? Where do I go up? So with this rhythm, if you can find this rhythm using the weak form words, it really help your speaking, your pronunciation. Really help you sound like a native speaker. Okay, here's another example. Listen first. It was as big as an elephant. It was as big as an elephant. One more time. It was as big as an elephant. Which words did you hear there? Maybe big and elephant. Right, big is an adjective. That doesn't have a weak form, that's clear. Elephant. That's, again, a noun, and that's the content words. That's the word we want to hear clearly, so they don't have a weak form. Elephant has a schwa sound in there, but it's not a weak word. The other words, it was as. It was as. It was as. What's that? When you say it like that on its own, it sounds strange. Even to me, that sounds strange. It was as. It sounds like one new English word. It was as. In a sentence, it's a little better. It was as big as an elephant. As an elephant. As big as. It was as big as an elephant. Now you can hear it better. You know the words. You know the weak form words. You can understand it. Look at the pattern that we get. It was as big as an elephant. It was as big as an elephant. We got this up and down pattern. So this pattern, again, is very common. The weak form words, they're single syllable words. There's only one sound, and they're unstressed. It's not a stress sound, like it. It was. It was. It was. It was as big. It was as big as an elephant. Now we have this rhythm, and that sounds good. If we don't, let's listen to it without the rhythm, without the weak forms, just flat. It doesn't sound good. Listen to this. It was as big as an elephant. It was as big as an elephant. That's easy to hear, sure, but we don't speak like that. So if you do, you're going to sound strange. You're not going to sound like a native speaker. It's not natural. The weak forms, the schwa sounds, that's where we get the natural sounding rhythm that we like to hear in English. Let's listen to some more examples. Ready? John and his friend had a picnic today. John and his friend had a picnic today. Can you hear it? John and his friend had a picnic today. Which words did you hear? Which words did you hear there? Next. Are you going or would you like to stay? Are you going or would you like to stay? Can you hear those words? I'll break this one down for you. Are you going? Are you going? Are you going? That's one little group spoken together. Weak, weak, strong. Are you going? Are you going? Are you? Are you going? Or, I'm pausing. The next word is would. Would. Would you? Would you? Would you? Would you? Would you? Would you like to stay? Would you like to? Would you like to? Would is an auxiliary verb. Here it's shortened. Would. 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 You. Would you? Those words are linked together. Would you? The sound changes there. Would you? Would you like to stay? Would you like to stay? To. To stay. To plus verb. We often find to plus verb, that to plus infinitive form. That to word is always weak. It's usually not stressed and very short. To go, to see, to do, to stay. Right. We have 4 sentences in this video. I'm going to speak them and I'll let you try and repeat them as I do. Going back to the first one, there was a man at the park. You try. Good. Get the pause in there. Strong, weak, weak, strong. Try again. There was a man at the park. All right, good job. Next, it was as big as an elephant. It was as big as an elephant. Right, it was as big as an elephant. Next, John and his friend had a picnic today. Right, after friend, there's a little pause in there. John and his friend had a picnic today. Had a picnic today. John and his friend had a picnic today. John and his friend had a picnic today. Go. All right, last one. Are you going or would you like to stay? Are you going or would you like to stay? Are you? Are you going? Are you going? Or would you like? Would you like? Would you like to stay? Would you like to stay? Are you going or would you like to stay? Okay, that's it guys for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I want you to keep practicing those weak form words and grouping words together. Using those weak forms to group words together. When you do that, it'll really help your pronunciation, your rhythm, your intonation. It'll really sound good then, right? Good job. So check out my other video here if you like, of more there. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little button there and also hit the little bell symbol. That'll tell you that if I put a new video out, you'll hear about it first. Alright, good job guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Peace.